This is a tutorial on how I make my YouTube videos, and it'll show you everything that you would need to make your own. Let's start with how to use OBS. This is scenes, and it'll be where all your presets are, so you'll be coming here a lot if you have more than one. And you can make names for each one so you know which one you're setting up. Sources over here is different for each scene. There's multiple display types. One is just your monitor and one is specific programs. And there are audio types, which would be your headphones, what you hear, and a microphone, what sounds you make. And there's a lot more in scenes, but you don't really need to use any of it. I only use sound and display really. And this is where your audio will show up. If you need to change your audio, click on the audio thing you need and then click on the drop down menu and select whichever device you would like to use. And this is going to be your main area really, the control panel. It's got everything that you need from start recording to start streaming, all of your settings, studio mode, and exit. Starting the recording will start recording a video. Starting a stream, if you have it set up, it will start streaming on a website of your choosing. Studio mode is not really needed, but it'll give you more advanced options while you are recording or streaming your stuff. And then settings is how you change your colors if you need like colorblind settings, or if you need more advanced tools, it'll be there. And exit is just a button that closes the program. Next up, you're going to need an editing software. You don't need anything fancy. There's free stuff out there, but I have Wondershare Filmora, which is kind of pricey, but I got it on a very big discount. But you could get the same thing done with Windows Movie Maker if you put in enough effort, or DaVinci Resolve, but it's a lot more complicated. But let's get started. To start, we need to make a new project. Then you need to put in your video files, and later down the road you might want to put in some pictures or animations to put over, like the red circles that I've put over in this video. And you can drag whatever it is onto the timeline, which will show your videos. And this is really the same with almost every editing program. It'll have a very similar layout. There's always a cut button, and you're going to be cutting a lot of stuff, usually because you want to cut out anything that's boring. You want to cut out anything that feels like filler. And to do that, you can just cut around it, and then you can click on it and press delete. And if you want to undo that for almost all the programs, you can just do Control Z. And it'll bring you back what you deleted. And you can also always move the stuff around so it's laid out how you want it to be laid out. And you can always put some effects, like some green screen stuff. You can download those off the internet, or you can get them from the program you're using. It all depends. Or you can speed stuff up. It really all depends on the software you're going to be using. But you can always find videos going more in depth, showing you stuff that I don't know how to do or wouldn't be able to show you how to do. Or you could just not edit the video. It wouldn't be the quality that you would want maybe, but it also works. You don't need to edit it. It'll also help you to make a list. You don't have to write it down or anything, but like just have it in your head. This is the kind of format that I used for this video, showing you how to make YouTube videos. It's the overall thing. It's the main idea, and then each step showing you your tools, showing you how to use those tools. and what they can be used for. But really all you need is a video idea, an idea of where you're going to go with it. You don't need a step by step for the whole video. It's only an option. You can do it if you want, but you don't need it really. And you can make a script for some things. I do make a script, but you don't need a script for all stuff. Like this video, I'm using a script. But you can also just go for it. Speak what's on your mind. But once you got your main idea ready to go, if you have a physical list, you can start crossing them off or making them green like this, if that helps you. But next, we get to move on to uploading it and making thumbnails. When you're making a thumbnail, you want to make sure that the image width and height, it's 720 height and 1280 wide. And then when you're making it, you always want to keep in mind that the bottom right corner will be blocked by a timer. So whatever you put there is not going to be super visible. But when you're making the thumbnail itself, if you want people to click on it, you would want to use eye-catching colors like red, yellow, green. If you have any color combinations that work better together, that'll stick out more. You're really just trying to catch someone's eye to make them want to click on it. But really, as long as you have the main idea of the video encapsulated in a thumbnail, like what you're doing in the video, or like an item that the video is about in the thumbnail, then the people that are interested in that item will click on it and they'll watch it. Of course, I just used Paint as an example, but if you want to use Photoshop, Windows Photo Editor, or whatever it's called, or anything that you have for photo editing or drawing or whatever you want to do for the thumbnail, the better option will always just be whatever you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with it, it might be a little hard for you. Now we've made it. Your video is done and is ready to post wherever you want. I can help you with YouTube, but I don't know about other stuff. For YouTube, there's a little camera button in the top right corner. You click on that, and then you click on Upload Video. Once you click on Upload Video, it'll bring you to this page. You'll select a file. It'll bring up your file menu, and then you just want to go to the videos or wherever you saved your video. Click on that. You can change the name to whatever the video is about, whatever you want it to be. The more stuff in the title, it'll come up in the searches better, but you don't want to overload it. And the description is just like any information you'd want to tell to the viewer, and maybe like a link to your website or something. The thumbnail, you just click that and it'll bring up your files, and then you put your thumbnail that we just made. The playlist is if you want to put a bunch of videos alike in a playlist. And then the little kids thing at the bottom, I always put not for kids, but if it is for kids, you might want to do that. And then at the top of the screen, you go to the end and you put it on public, and then you publish it. It'll start uploading it. It might take a while. You can just close out of that and if you keep the window open, it'll still be doing it in the background. And if you want to delete it, then you can just click on the three dots, press delete, and then it's gone.